Okay, so I want to start another video on the DOS options. Now, a lot of people are confused as the DOS portion of the Windows instruction. The big thing that we're going to do is I'm going to have you all looking through your systems for a file, the regedit.exe file. Now, this is actually the file that is used to bring up the registry editor. It's present on every Windows machine. It's really backed up very well, so there's no real way that you're going to hurt your system by doing this. Just be very careful, because we are actually going to be getting into the command prompt, and in order to get into the command prompt, well, you're going to have all of the power of the system. So let me go down to the search and show you how to do that. You type CMD, it brings up the command. Right-click on that and run as administrator. If you right-click on that, run as administrator, it may give you a pop-up where you have to click, yes, I'm okay with that. You may have to actually furnish a password, and if you have to furnish a password, that's okay. Now notice it puts me in the Windows folder. The first task is to search for the regedit. Now, in order to search for a folder, the trick is you have to be in the root. So what I'm going to use is the cd command to go back to the root. And I'm going to be very explicit here. Notice that this describes where I'm at. It says I'm in the C drive partition. This is actually called the root folder, that little bit right between the colon and the first slash. Then the Windows folder, then the system folder. Now I can go through and explain that all in lecture, but the truth of the matter is let's just keep this video short. We're going to do that. It's going to take me all the way to the root. Now I'm going to use the dir command. I'm going to use it with the /s. /s actually means look in the subfolders, but for a lot of people I just tell them /s means /search. So we're going to search for regedit.exe. It's going to go through and it's going to look for every copy of regedit.exe on my hard drive. It's going to take a little bit of time for the computer to catch up with us, so we'll give it a little bit of time in which to get that done, and then I'll go ahead and regain the video after it's given its results. You'll notice the first thing that came up here is actually telling me that in the C drive root partition there is a Windows folder. In the Windows folder there is regedit. Totally, it found 4 files in total. The closest one, the easiest one to get to, is the main Windows folder. So the way that we get that is we use the cd command, which is change directory, change folder, cd, to go into Windows. It went into cd Windows. Now I can do a dir here, look for the command itself. It should show me that the command is present right here. If I just do a dir, it'll scroll through. Now if I scroll up, you'll notice it's on the list of files that it sees in here. Here's all the files it saw. It showed me as fast as the computer could think. And one of the things that it showed me was the regedit.exe. So it's there. Great. That's the first goal that I have, is to find it. The second goal I have is to get to it and verify it's there. The third goal is to copy it. Copy space the thing to the location. Oh, because I misspelled it. regedit. And see, it'll tell you cannot find the file because it didn't find the name. Now it said, hey, yes, I found the file locally. That means you're close to it, so we're going to grab it. I'm going to put it in this location. Now to verify that it's in that location, I'm going to go back to that location, and I'm going to do a dir again. And notice the registry backup is one of the files here. Notice that the registry is right here. And if I were to use my Windows folders, I could see it. But the goal here is to do this without doing the Windows folder. So I verified that it was copied there. That's the 4th task. The 5th task is to get rid of it. I'm going to delete regedit.exe. Now, a lot of people will just type delete here. If you do that, it may delete every one of the files in this location. Please don't just do that. Be very careful when using the delete. Notice it didn't stop me. It didn't say, hey, are you sure you want to delete one file? I wish it did, but Windows doesn't do that. For some reason, it just says delete. It's okay. It's done. Now, how do I know it's gone? Well, let's look for it again with the dir command. Notice the other files are there, but the original regedit is missing now. Now, how do I know I didn't screw it up and delete all copies of it? I'm going to use the up arrow. Notice the up arrow and down arrow goes through my previous commands, and I'm going to find that search again, and I'm going to rerun that search. Once we're done with that, there's one copy of it, 2, 3, 4. All 4 of the original files are present. The last bit that I ask you in the DOS command is I just ask, hey, could you use the ipconfig command? ipconfig is a command that shows the network settings. We're going to use it with a switch. I'm going to do /?. Now this is just like when we were doing the dir command and we did a /s. The /s changed the way that the command behaved. We're going to do /?. This is an option actually. So we call them options. Notice the option tells you what it is. I'm going to scroll up here. I used it. It did not give me an error, but it told me the help file. And so this option displays this help message. I could have used any of the options and then wrote down any of the selections here. So for example, in future labs, you're going to use ipconfig /all. If you did that option, you'll notice that the correct answer would be that it shows detailed information, or if you scroll up here, so ipconfig /all displays the full configuration information, which is really important. That's all there is to the DOS side of this. Hopefully you get this. Good luck.